ballare, è un ritmo che fa così. Se qualcosa che ti serve per ballare è una musica che c'ha swing. A questo punto guarda i piedi, guarda il corpo cosa fa. Non lo riesci più a fermare, vibra tutta l'anima. Ho voglia di ballare con te, ballando con le stelle con te, al ritmo del tuo cuore con te, soltanto io e te. Ho voglia di ballare con te, ballando con le stelle io e te, al ritmo del tuo cuore con te, soltanto io e te. Qui su Zuya, baby di Dubaia, tutto bene, va fa. Oh, ho voglia di ballare con te, ballando con le stelle io e te, al ritmo del tuo cuore con te, soltanto io e te. Ho voglia di ballare con te, ballando con le stelle io e te, al ritmo del tuo cuore con te, soltanto io e te. Soltanto io e te.
Tonight, we step inside the world where movement becomes language and stories live beyond the spotlight. This is a place for conversation, for insight, and for the passion that drives performance. Welcome to Scalora DanceSport. Please put your hands together for your host, Alessandro Scalora.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Scalora DanceSport Live. I'm Alessandro Scalora, and I'd like to thank you for joining us today across YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Tonight's episode is a little different. It's not about rankings, results, or medals. It's about journeys. It's about stories, and most of all, it's about the people who shape our dance world long after the music stops. We're calling tonight's episode Behind the Spotlight, as we close one year and prepare to step into the next. This felt like the perfect moment to pause, reflect, and look beyond the titles. Before we begin our conversation, I want to share something special with you. What you're about to see is a glimpse of artistry the world already knows. But what follows tonight is the story behind it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look.
Grace is not just what you see. It's what is earned through years of discipline, sacrifice, and belief. It's found in the early mornings no one applauds, in the repetitions that shape more than just movement, and in the quiet decision to keep going when walking away would be easier. Long before the spotlight, there was work. Long before applause, there was doubt. And behind every moment of brilliance, there is a story few ever hear. A story of falling, of rising, of choosing passion over comfort again and again. Tonight, we don't revisit the results. We don't count the trophies. We don't measure success by numbers or titles. Tonight, we listen to the journey, to the lessons learned in loss, to the strength built in silence, to the moments that shaped not just a champion, but a person. This is not about the steps or the choreography you remember. It's about the woman behind them, the artist, the competitor, the voice behind the movement. Tonight, we go beyond the dance and into the story.
Welcome back. What you just watched is excellence, precision, elegance. It is the image the world recognizes, an extraordinary competitive career at the highest level. Our guest tonight is one of the most respected and accomplished dancers of her generation, a world and European champion, and not to mention a World Games champion, not to forget a World Games champion, and an artist whose influence continues far beyond the competitive floor. She's already represented at the very highest levels of ballroom dance on the world's most prestigious stages, inspiring dancers, teachers, and audiences across the globe. But tonight is not about what she's achieved. Tonight is about who she is. When the spotlight fades and the music ends, it is truly an honor to welcome our special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to bring her in, the artist, Edita Gozzoli. Edita, hello.
Hello.
How are you this fine afternoon?
Good, thank you. And thank you so much for such a nice presentation, Alessandro. Nice to see you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, here we've got, there's so many words to describe you, but for me there's two, artists and legend. But viewership, I do have to tell you one quick secret. As soon as we spoke a few minutes before beginning our interview with our legend here, Edita, guys, I had to tell her her hair could be a paid actress. She has amazing hair, flawless.
Thank you so much. You're too kind.
All right, Edita, I'd love to get straight into it. So let's speak about your earlier years, all right? When you think about your childhood, okay, what is the first memory you have of dance? And did you immediately feel that this would become your life?
Oh, well, I started dancing, not the ballroom dancing. I started to do ballet first. Then I did a little bit of ice skating. And just basically from the early years, I knew I'm going to be a dancer. Just had to find which kind of dance. So therefore, I would like to congratulate myself. I kind of evaluated my possibilities to become a prima ballerina. And that was not too high, the score. So therefore, I kind of tried different kind of dance. And I felt as a child that I could succeed in ballroom dancing. So that was kind of not even the parents' choice. That was my choice.
I see. So the introduction to ballroom dancing from figure skating, which is actually fabulous. I also was a figure skater in my youth. Tell me about the transition from figure skating, ballet, and into ballroom.
Well, basically in Lithuania, there was one professional school that after finishing and graduating that school, you had the only chance in life to work in the theater. That was also basically all the background, all the school part, university, you could do everything just that was together with the dancing. So if, for example, you had no chance in life to succeed as a dancer, well, I felt that you could have a big problem. Therefore, to avoid that, I would say quite a smart move, but I just left that school and I started dancing ballet, like in not such a professional way. And then I realized that I will not get to the theater in this situation and I will not become a prima ballerina. And you know why? Because the arch of my foot was not that great. So I saw the other classmates and that arch was nothing like mine. So being quite young girl, I already realized, you know, it doesn't smell like prima here. So bye-bye. and my mom, actually, my mom was with me, like we had to start the ballet courses in September, like all the kids do. And I said to my mom, you know, I had some other courses of the dance going here. Can I just go one floor up? You just wait here. So I went upstairs and I signed myself to the dancing courses. So that was, we're talking about the age 8 years old. And I was already
quite young.
No, I was already too old. The kids that were picked up for the dancing courses in that time was from 6 to 7 years old.
Ah, I see.
But I actually lied that I'm 7.
You're tricky. Well, talk to me a little bit about your childhood. What was growing up a little bit in Lithuania? Talk to me about mom and dad. What was your childhood like?
Oh, well, my mom and dad, they were like very, I would say, autistic family. So the singing, playing, they were musical family, I would say. They loved dancing, and that's why, I don't know, probably from there, like
It
kind
was
of,
inside the blood. You had dancing blood.
I would know how to say. When my mom plays guitar, my father is quite good. Harmonica, do you know? I don't know
The
much about
harmonica.
the harmonica, yeah. So kind of, my mother used to sing very well, so I'm kind of coming from the background. Nothing to do with that. My father he's a professor in the university, so he's now retired already. So he was director for many years. So the fabric of the actually agriculture. So also with agriculture, and my mom is German language teacher. So there's nothing to do in official professions with the dancing, but they were just like music.
That's some talent. I see.
They just do music. And my
So
sister is a doctor, so there's nothing to do. I have a sister that is 14 years older, and she's a doctor. So basically, there's no dancing background there.
So I see. That's a complete difference. One more in the academic medical field, and you're a bit
Academic
more
medical
advanced.
field, no.
So I see. Does I also have a sister. She's a bit younger. She's into in Italy l'estetista, the nail polish.
The cities. No, well, and then, like, just maybe I would say I was traumatized when I started dancing by my family, my mom and my dad. When the friends could come over or there was some party, they always would ask me to dance. I
Yes.
hated that. I hated that. So from that, this kind of, like, oh, and we have a dancing daughter. Could you show us some moves? And I'm like,
Yes, I definitely understand that. My father, as I was younger, Sashka, this you da, go do your tango. And I'm like, yes, I will go do progressive link, promenade, chasse, Spanish drag in front of your colleagues with pleasure.
oh, wow. We just been not recently, right? Long time ago, we went to Maldives, and we just like was the salsa party. And there was one guy who knew I'm a dancer or whatever, like, could you show us some moves? And I'm just like dropped back to my childhood blocked. No.
100%, I understand. So growing up, continuing to go through ballet, figure skating, dancing, was there ever a moment growing up when you had to choose between a normal childhood and a competitive dance path? And how hard was that choice?
Oh, well, because I've just forgot to tell you also that by the time that I was doing this ballet school, the professional one, I was doing also fortepiano musical school that I managed to finish. So the most pressure I got from the fortepiano teacher, because she wanted me to actually choose conservatoria.
Conservatory school, yeah.
Conservatory school. So that was my moment that I said, like, well, do I want to be a musician? Do I want to be dancer? Like, yes, I want to be dancer. And then by that time, I already chose ballroom dancing. There were many competitions, but I was doing quite good with the school. The actual school, I was doing quite good. The musical school, well, I didn't have enough time to practice. So like I remember my teacher always saying, did you practice? I would go, yes, I did. And she would go like, well, I don't see any results. So, and I don't, so I asked, she said, she used to say that she asked me just to be nice and to know the truth from me, because she already before asking, she knew that I didn't practice. So my teacher, my musical fortepiano teacher, I got the biggest pressure to choose. So therefore, that around when I had to choose, my time got like I dropped off the musical school. I left it. So therefore, my school and university, because then I went to university, and university was nothing to do with the dancing. I finished international economics and marketing. So I still did it. So I still didn't choose. And I already was like finishing university. I already was having pretty good results with Varunas, but I still didn't choose. And that's it. And then the life let me choose, just that the profession as a teacher, that I fell in love. And I felt I actually don't need to start another business or to find for a job. Like,
So
all
it
the
came naturally, this transition.
naturally, all the university friends, they were like writing CVs. I said, like, I also want to write a CV together with you, and let's send it somewhere. So therefore, kind of my life naturally, I didn't have to choose, because I also university had like I was quite lucky. So it was not. It was difficult. It was difficult. After I graduated, I still had nightmares for ages that I still have something to do and I forgot something. It was difficult, but I would say I was quite lucky.
I see. Fabulous. Well, talk to me about your time in the university as well as being a professional elite athlete. How did you manage both university, competitive career, and social life? These three things today are crucial aspects in a young person's life.
You don't forget the parties in the university.
Correct. The clubbings, discoteca,
That
all
was the
this
best
extra stuff.
part of my life. That was the best part of my life, because I 18 years old, I moved from Vilnius, the city that I was born. I moved to Kaunas, to another city, and I started to live alone. And I got all nice and cool
This is
friends.
the PG-13 part of the interview, I think.
That was really also therefore. So that's why, like, kind of normally, because no other kids had an apartment. Somebody lived together, or somebody rented apartment. I had one nice apartment for myself, and normally all the parties were held in my place. And when my parents would call, I would say that we are studying.
Edita.
Oh, well, so that was my nice young age. But don't forget, I say always to the kids, those nice friends that I found in university, they actually helped me a lot. I would go to England to have lessons with all the books, and I wouldn't have time to open them anyway. So back that time, also overweight was massive. Would go to England with all the books, then would come back without open, and somebody would prepare all the things that I have to study for me. So I had nice friends that I still am in contact with them. So when you say, like friends, maybe it's more difficult to study social life, but social life also helps you to move on, because if you have nice friends, they help you. They don't pull you down. They all have nice lives, so they help you, and they helped me a lot to graduate it, actually.
Well, that's a very good thing to have a buddy next to you when you master these parts of your life, such as graduating university. That's very good to hear. We mentioned previously your competitive career managing these three aspects: social life, university, and competition. Let's go deeper into this emotional aspect. What was the most emotionally difficult competition of your career? Not because maybe you didn't win, but because of what it demanded from you, Was there a competition that emotionally was difficult, a bit heavy?
Oh, well, I actually was quite sad after one UK with Arunas. We didn't make the final in amateur ballroom, and kind of it was our time already, so the queue was there and we were supposed to make it. We didn't make it. Oh, well, then I said, I'm going to commit suicide.
Oh my goodness.
I walked towards the Bournemouth is cold city.
Of course.
January is really cold. Stood there, looked at the cold sea, and stood there quite long. And I decided that, like, that's not a good way of the suicide, and I will try better to make that final. So that the way that I stood there for 1 hour and a half, I stood really long. It got cold. So then hot bath and a hug from Arunas, and life got better.
There you go. At least. So
that was, I would say, was like, I was so low at the time, like I really got so sad. So I think Simona Fancello, she was there. She was not teaching me. She was there in the competition, like, you would just wait in the changing room for the announcement, And when I didn't hear my number, I just collapsed and started to cry. So she was there around. She didn't know me. So she really came, hugged me, and she said, like, you come on, you're gonna make it next time. Like, what is the big deal? You still, because we were really young with Arunas. But I would say that was the most moment that I was like really upset. And that moment I said, like, maybe it's not for me.
I see. It was a moment of negativity.
Yeah.
It went down a little bit. How did you manage
Very
to
much
come
negative.
back?
Negative. Oh, well, to come back, to bounce from that is like, no, after you calculate, it's like normally say, the loser never win, the winner never quit, but the one who never win and never quit is a loser. So in that moment, I realized that I have to work harder. I have to work harder, that talent only is not enough. Well, we were also with Runas from small Lithuanian country Lithuania was not that well known in the ballroom dancing. So therefore, like, I think just what doesn't kill you makes you strong and all the other cliches, and you just push yourself forward, but not because I need to, because kind of I could switch my life at that point and just continue with the university. Because just you have to be crazy about dancing. You have to be a little bit nuts and not normal to love it. That you like couldn't breathe without it. So if you couldn't, so I had times in my life that I kind of like didn't do anything with the dancing for some time, and I'm just missing it. Arunas one time he came to me like after a long time that we already been split, and I had my daughter, and I asked him to take a hand. So, so the people who succeed in dancing, they have to be nuts about it to
They
start.
have to have a huge passion. One thing I really appreciate about dancers from, I guess, this side of the world, Lithuania, Bulgaria, Ukraine, Russian girls, they have this discipline, this uncanny discipline that, as much as maybe I will lose followers for saying this, but it's the truth. Discipline that the Italians, the Spaniards, the Americans, they lack. Occasionally they will have some excuse for something, but these Lithuanians, Ukrainians, Russians, Bulgarians, they have this discipline, which is just the Chinese.
I didn't have. I was not there.
Oh yeah, let's not forget the college parties.
No, I didn't. Arunas was much better. Arunas was much better and much more disciplined. So he did. I was.
He was a bit more drill sergeant. Talk to me about how you met Arunas in the beginning. How did you guys come about?
I just pointed out the boy who had the nicest shoulder line in the club, and I asked him to dance with me.
Easy, simple.
Wow, good choice. Time has passed. Like, I would say, good choice.
Fabulous. I think so. I think so too. At this point,
good guy, good shoulder line. I said, like, and you wouldn't believe, but like we actually were doing better. We're having better results in Latin because I actually like Latin more. So we were Lithuanian Latin champions, still amateur, even youth. And the Latin I liked, but kind of I felt always that my partner is really good in ballroom. So it kind of, ballroom was a little bit boring for me, but like kind of, I felt that this boy has a really, really good shoulder line. And he has proven it.
There you go. Bada bing, bada boom. I have to say, though, I think the world, even though the world was able to see the artist that is Edita Gozzoli in the ballroom, I think your hair would have been just wow in the Latin. I think maybe here's, Edita, what we have to do combination. We put you in American Smooth. How about this? At least we can make.
I love teaching American Smooth, It's very interesting. I love American.
For me, my favorite is the Viennese waltz. I love American Viennese. So beautiful.
I was just few couples came over to Italy, and like recently, and there's one Italian nice couple, and nice. I really like. Normally, first I was quite skeptical. I didn't know like really But then I tried to dance few moves, and it's really nice. Little mix between ballroom and Latin, quite cool.
That's right. That's right. So let's go into let's talk about more about your competitive career. So looking back, looking back now, is there a result, a result or a moment you feel was possibly misunderstood by the public or possibly adjudicators?
Well, by adjudicators always when I got the result wrong. When the result was not good for me, of course it was the judge's fault, right?
Of course.
Of course, always. No, I'm just especially younger myself. If I look back, I would say that I was quite confident. With the age, kind of life shapes you and calms you down. But when I was younger age, I was quite a confident person with my performance, and I was always angry when my partner with the perfect shoulder line was not evaluated well.
Hmm.
But not really. Honestly, I will tell you what changed fully my perspective and what changed my career also with Arunas was Karen Hilton, actually. So she said, because we didn't do enough staminas, we were like kind of good looking couple who managed to perform only let's say 30 seconds, and then our level dropped significantly because we were not like just physically ready. So she took me and Arunas to the room and she said, like, can you imagine the sprinter or the long distance runner who would have to do the sprinter, let's say, has to do 100 meters. He's practicing just 5 and he's very good, very fast. Or 10 kilometers long distance runner practicing just 2 and saying like, okay, I'm good, I'm ready. So she kind of really changed that. And from that moment, I did realize that the other couples, when we had bad results with Arunas, that the other couples actually did have more consistent performance than us. Because we like just normally, I used to feel like after in the walls, after first side lock, before the follow, I would feel uncomfortable already. And I would stop and make a big drama about it. So I couldn't continue because it was not done in the precise way. So in this one, I was very, like you say, very strict, but couldn't squeeze my teeth to do the stamina. I hated it. So therefore, like Karen really opened and changed my point of view on our performance also, and we started to do stamina, and we won.
There you go. You have it right here, guys. Dancers, stamina, stamina, stamina.
Not only stamina, you cannot do stamina if you have a shit technique. If you have shit technique, you have to improve the technique. But the same, if you have like really nice technique, but no stamina, it's not gonna work either. So we kind of were on the other side, like too detailed, too precise, couldn't go forward past the mistake. So I had to push myself. So I was not very, how can I say, I could have started pushing me a little bit early in my career, but I didn't.
I see, to make sure. Well, one thing I would like to discuss now, we've been speaking quite a bit about Runas. Let's speak about our favorite Italian guy. Let's talk about Mirko. So being such a decorated dancer with Arunas and Mirko being such a decorated dancer with his previous partner, talk to me about how did you balance your two strong identities, you and Mirko, both being world champions and leaders in your own right?
Still trying to do that. Still difficult.
Talk to me. So has the process
fighting every day, but like well, I will never forget the first show that we had with Mirko. So normally, if I would do the show with Arunas, right? So Arunas would be like standing. I run, jump, turn around, spin off. Good, all good. Coming to do the show with Mirko, he's not waiting. So like one going speed crazy, another bash, opposite, two positive of each other in every step. He has to pick me up. I jump, he bends down. In Ischia first show, I had all chin blue, all chin was blue, and I think even some fraction was there. Can you imagine?
Goodness.
This is about the two different energy. Apart of that, we with Mirko, we had quite a different build up as a dancers. Even the technique was different. So because the school was different, and we're kind of following little bit different group of teachers, like not every, but like technique was different. And when you are a dancer that already danced for 20 years with one partner, okay, not 20, I danced with Arunas, I think 15, he with Alessia even more than 20, you are used to the certain weight, to the certain height, to the certain proportion that you feel like home. So I would say we had like our difficulties, and well, Mirko already by that time, he won everything. So I have no idea why he wanted to dance with me anyway. But
it was your hair. It was the hair.
I don't know. I asked him, and he said yes. At that moment, I said like, I don't know why he wants to dance. So it's just retire, all good, and just. But that we talking now about these crazy people who cannot stop dancing. So he didn't have enough, obviously. And I was married to a guy that is a lawyer, and he wanted to stop, that I would stop finally and would raise our daughter in kind of calm situation. But I was not ready to stop. Also, so therefore, you just find at the same time two people who cannot stop. I made a move. I always make a move.
Of course. Bam, know what you want, you get it.
I made a move, and he said yes. And then I called Arunas and I said, guess with who I'm gonna dance.
Edita, you belong on Dancing with the Stars as a judge, as a professional. The world needs more Edita Gozzoli.
Thank you. I did Dancing with the Stars in Lithuania. But
I see.
I did for 2 years as a presenter and then a judge, but for a long time when I lived in Lithuania. The presenter, I was not good at all, because like as a judge, I was better. Not better, I'm talking in my place. Because a presenter, like some beginner, like somebody that couldn't move, actually enter the floor, and I have to say, oh, you look amazing, you move so well, oh, I'm so excited, how did you feel about that? And actually, as a judge, I could say, actually, you suck.
You were terrible.
One.
Well, actually, if we will quickly, for our viewership, our Italian viewers, we're going to quickly switch. Allora saresti perfetto ballando con le stelle, scusa, che là danno 0, 1, 2, 3.
No, in Lituania era così. In Lituania ero così proprio, era questa cattiva, che davo 1.
Però sai, io ti vedo vicino la Carolyn Smith, Selvaggia Lucarelli, sei più...
Ero cattiva. I never danced. Dancing with the Stars as a dancer, never did. The MC was quite interesting situation, because actually on the live, it was live, and I had Evita, and then I actually was on TV. After 1 week, she was born, breastfeeding in the breaks.
Wow. Very.
I was breastfeeding actually in the breaks. That was so stressful.
I can imagine.
And I never did any as a presenter. I didn't work with before, so that was and that was not even, that was live, and live was like my partner at that moment. He like would warm up the face and the mouth before we enter live, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I can do the shoulders.
The mouth, how do the vocal exercises?
Like doing all that kind of, yeah. So the presenter, so.
Going back a little bit to our favorite Italian guy, let's speak about Mirko. Let's continue. When you and Mirko formed your partnership, there was a lot of public attention and some skepticism. How did you handle this pressure?
Oh, Oh, I handle good this pressure. I just don't care. Like, like say, how do you handle this play? People talk. People, how many oh my God, how many bad comments I read about me in my life. Like, wow. If you would take care about every comment that somebody comments about you, something bad, you would definitely commit a suicide. Like, the life that you live is just yours. So you choose your path. And at the end of the day, when you go to bed and you look in the mirror, you have to be happy with yourself, not of what the others think of you. There always gonna be people who think bad, always gonna be people who we hope, maybe even if nobody thinks anything good about you, but you are successful, you have your job, you earn good money, you love your family, and you hope that your family thinks good of you, then what is the public opinion is very funny thing. Like I read just recently about Chiara Ferragni when she was like going top, and now like life changes, the wave changes. Now let's hope that she just managed to save some money and her life is still good.
And goes right back on track. I fully agree with what you're saying.
One day
Occasionally,
they love you, another day they hate you. So
Yep.
you go on your way and just you hope that if they hate you today, maybe tomorrow they're gonna love you.
One thing that is I really appreciate is the fact that you see things so clearly. There's no gray area, and that's one thing that's
I would like to have more gray area. My life would be easier. I have this kind of character that I'm working on myself. I have one very good friend of mine, Simone Carabellese. So normally we'd say like in the party or somewhere, it's certain moment that he would look at me and he would go like, less truth. So sometimes, like I could work on myself more to be more soft.
I personally, I've always wanted to have strong female figures around my life. So I appreciate it.
Again, depends. Like I would like, I have my opinion, and I really honestly believe in it. So if I believe in it, I tell it. So that's why probably it's not great. And I think so. If we talk about our partnership with Mirko in the beginning, that was shock for everybody. Can you imagine? Shock for the audience, shock for the people who were used to see him with Alessia. I was out already, not dancing for some time. And like, it was shock for us both. Like we nearly, before our first UK, we already have split in the first stamina. He started talking to me during the stamina. And I said like, are you nuts? What is happening here? So it's like already we nearly split from that clash of characters. So I think, we're doing better now.
Try to find the balance, right?
We're doing better now. Now we're doing better. We have kids. We're getting older. Also with age, you come down a little bit. And I think the dancing, when you dance together, this clash of characters is the most difficult and pulls the worst of you.
Sure.
I think because it's too many emotions. It's really our dancing world. So that's why solo is now so popular. But let's put it straight. It doesn't look as good as the couples dancing together.
Of course, 100%.
But that's why the solo is so important now, and the big part of our business, because like just people generally, I believe, don't want to deal with each other anymore.
Speaking about solo, what are your thoughts in general regarding this solo that has really taken over the WDSF, the WDC, also solo Latin, solo standard? What do you think about this?
Well, it's just I just don't get it. No, we're judging one competition, and in WDC and DCDO or whatever, you can get judging boy against the girl. Well, how can I judge boy against the girl? Like, do I like more the dress or the trousers or the tail suit? position like that, or like how can I judge them? So sometimes, they enter on the floor like two nice boys, two nice girls, and I just looked at some other judges and said, like, can we put them together?
That's true. That's
two nice couples. But the people generally like, the social and screen time, and nobody feels alone anymore. And because you don't feel alone anymore, you just slowly, I think it's humanity problem. You are arriving to the problem that you are not ready to deal with another character and another person. When you have the choice, you have friend, you have your friend with you all the time, free dopamine, fast dopamine, many friends around you all the time. Because if you talk like I'm talking to you right now, I'm concentrating on your question, you are concentrating on my answer, and we have to keep the conversation going. Now, normally, if you scroll or you look on the iPads or somewhere, you have your friends, you have many of them, and you can chat with 100 people at the same time. So kind of, I think that's what I feel about solo. I think if all the boys that willing to dance and dancing solo, which I saw many boys, I think if we put them together with those nice solo girls, we would make nice little couples.
There you go. Bada bing, bada
And
boom.
if nobody finds, of course, as people want to dance, it's better that not dancing. It's better to do solo. But if they can, it's better that they dance together.
Of course. Now, speaking about couple dancing, right? So both in the Latin and the standard, in whatever heritage, whatever federation there is, WSF Heritage, WDC, anything. Majority of the professionals, teachers, always find a way to tell you, you need to be different, you need to be special. There needs to be individuality. What role does individuality play in ballroom, a style so rooted in tradition and technique?
Well, for me, the kids, because this is very fashionable now, I like to talk about individuality. Well, I like before you become, I don't know, a famous writer, you do need to study. So I think that being special and being original is being introduced too early. So first of all, before you can bend the rules, you have to learn the rules. And I think in our ballroom dancing is the most, now what I see biggest problem is that they try to bend the rules before they learn the rules. So that's what I think about individuality.
I see. Short, simple, straight to the point. Ladies and gentlemen, young dancers, stick to your basics. That natural turn and reverse turn, you're going to need it later on.
Yep.
So, Edita, I'm loving your honest takes. I'm loving your direct opinions. I'm going to get one more from you. Now, this one might be a little more heavy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go right into our judging system. Edita Gozzoli, should the judging system become more transparent, perhaps even with open scores or video reviews?
Oh, well, about this transparency, people are talking, and every new federation says that it's going to be transparent, and then another federation comes along, it's going to be new. It's same like politicians, like it's the same thing over and over again. And actually, when I look back, I think maybe when it started, it was much more transparent than now. So therefore, it doesn't depend on the system. It depends on the people who are judging and the honesty of the person. If I am an honest person and I have my name to defend, and I know that younger generation, kids or people gonna look at my vote and they will I feel responsible for what they will think, because this is my fair opinion and it has to be, if I'm fair, and as I said, I'm going to sleep and I look in the mirror, I like what this lady just put on the paper, on the iPad, or the marks that she gave, I'm good with that. So therefore, it depends on the person. Every world, like people say, no, Italians are this way, Lithuanians this way. No, it's every nationality, every religion, every color of the people. They are different, and there are good people, there are bad people. So the same as the judges, there are the honest people, there are dishonest people. And there's nothing you can do as only trying to find the people who actually respect their name, and to start with who have the name in the dancing world. So if we talk, let's say, I don't know, let's say I take my father, for example, that all he knows about dancing is from me dancing. So his knowledge and the background is not as good. But he would say my father is an honest person. So honesty is there, but the background is not there. So therefore, as an organizer of the competition chooses the judges, he has to choose, or she or them, they have to choose the people who have the honesty and the knowledge. If you put honesty and knowledge together, no system will manage to destroy that.
I see. I fully agree. So speaking about this, the judges aspect, the competitors aspect, how much of a champion, right, is talent? And how much of that is timing, politics, or positioning? How much is it truly talent and discipline and someone who's finally arrived?
Talent of course has a percent. Without the talent, but I know people, well, honestly, to tell you the truth, let me think 5 seconds. I know the people who made it without talent and less talented people who made it without hard work. So therefore,
okay.
Now, if we talk like, politics, everybody uses this word politics, right? So let's go again. Let's little bit go back to the quality of the judges, right? So I have in the panel great teachers. Can be you as a name. When I say as a name, it means or you taught good people. So you have your background as a great teacher, or you've been there as a dancer, basically, or as a teacher, as a dancer, great names. And as a dancer, as a young dancer, I want to make politics. I see who is judging this competition. Okay, let's see. I go to those people to do politics, let's say, but in that 45 minutes lesson or something, they will teach me something good and my quality will get better. So again, if you see, you cannot call just politics. It's the thing, the background, the when you actually in the business, and if the business is functioning, so also it's very important, and it goes again back to the organizers. Who do they invite to the competitions? And doesn't matter which federation, I'm talking generally. So the organizers are very responsible. If organizers are responsible, of course, the talent and hard work will shine through equally.
Yes. One thing competitors, for multiple years, I served as a dance sport delegate for the USA Dance Federation, and much of the feedback that I received back from dancers, whether they were junior dancers, amateur, professional, senior dancers, was that they wished and they preferred to be adjudicated by previous champions. Like the 2023, and if I recall as well, the 24, USA Dance partnered as well with the WDO. So at our national championship, we had, in fact, Arunas was judging, Karina Smirnov, Carmen was judging. So we had professionals who we could trust with the results because they were previous champions. And so I fully agree that the organizers have a very big responsibility.
Not only previous champions, there are people who never made it, let's say, to the first place, but they're known, like was Habardi recently, Tona Newhagen. So she never made it to become a champion. Like they're still great teachers, Joe Catavanone, they never made to be champions. Even Fabio Selmi was never champion, but they proved themselves as a teachers. So not only champions, generally as a people who prove themselves. And of course, if the organizers would be more responsible of that, I think our business would do better.
100% agree. Last year, we saw that the WTSF was engaged in the Paris Winter Olympics. We had our B-boys and B-girls WTSF athletes represented at the Olympics. Do you think in the competitive ballroom should ever be an Olympic sport, or would that destroy its artistic soul? What are your thoughts on this?
Well, you know that it was in the Olympics, and I have to tell you, my son is big boy gods.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Edita San Romeo is one of the most Italian
Big boy
B-boys.
He's now trying. So we kind of into it. So therefore, as you see, it was in only for 1 year and is out. So,
see.
The sport as itself cannot destroy anything. Actually the label, how you label it, sport, art, as long as the public loves it and you get more audience and more people interested into dancing, I think it's great. Everything. So basically, young kids starting dancing, great. Dancing with the Stars, more publicity, dancing schools. People love more dancing, great. That's it. So if it would get more money for the dancers, meaning they can maybe get better money prices, and if it would be really possible, why not? That's perfect. So everything, I think everything that would make our dancing world more attractive for the younger generation. And the people from outside, like say, oh, I want really in Lithuania, when I was young girl, it was like really prestigious for the girls to do ballroom dancing, like was so cool. It was like really prestigious thing. So therefore, everything that attracts the people to our ballroom dancing, or even, let's say, we talk about now breaking. Breaking is not our really part of the ballroom dancing. It's kind of trying to trying to like rock and roll, same thing. And I really don't think, from the problems that Olympics already had with ice skating, because it's really doesn't matter how you measure, which computers you put at every second of the move, if you even watch the performer, and then it's still a matter of opinion. So therefore, I think because ice skating is kind of, we are like sisters.
Similar, of course.
Similar. So I think with all the problems that they had, I think it's not really going there.
I see. We spoke a little bit about B-boy gods, Romeo, as well as your daughter. So as you personally, Edita Gozzoli, you've had a lot of emotions go through your life as a young competitor, an amateur, a professional, adjudicator, an artist. Tell me about the emotions that you feel as a mom of these growing artists. So when your daughter makes a final, when B-boy gods is breaking. Tell me about what you feel.
That's beautiful. But my kids, you know what they say? Mommy, could you be like a normal mom? I say, what do you mean normal mom? Like we do something that is not so good, and you still like clap and say, oh, that was so good. So they don't have the easy way with me, it's like I'm showing him all the time, like Big Boy Nana, and there's also, and I'm showing all the videos, like, I want to do that, you need to learn that move. So therefore we like doing even now quite strong preparation. He's doing gymnastics in the quite professional school to make his body stronger, because I just watch those big boys and they are like incredible strength, everything. And I think they have to have a gymnastic background. So he's 9, he wanna do it, and I will try to do everything that is possible to help them. If it's their dream, it's their dream. Same like my daughter. Oh well, she actually didn't want always to dance. There was a period she wanted, so I said, like, wherever, I will support you always, as long as you're happy. As long as you're smiling, I'm good. But if you're doing my dancing, more goes to my daughter, you have to listen to your mommy because I know which way is the best.
Of
My
course.
son says, my son has easy life. He goes like, oh, you don't understand. I said, maybe I don't, but like, watch this video.
Of course, as your daughter dancing the same style as you, I guess must feel
And
some
Mirko's daughter
pressure.
is doing Latin, and she's very successful. And he also,
That's
so
right.
we have three dancers growing up: breaking, Latin, and ballroom. So
Fabulous, fabulous,
quite a tough
fabulous.
life as a parents.
Edita, before we close this interview, I'm going to ask you our final question. Now, this question, as you may take it wherever you wish to take it. There's a lot of creativity in this question. What's something that you wish more people dared to say out loud in the ballroom world?
Thinking.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Edita Gozzoli thinking. Just 2 seconds and we're going to be right there with you.
Because the dancing, well, can be the generally cannot say in the ballroom. The truth is the most important thing that people could say more, and the real care, not the like in the Instagram, but the real care. So the honesty and the real care about the friends and the closest people who are around you. So when you know, like, I just give you example and that's it, I will close. But basically, when I was young girl in Blackpool, you used to meet and everybody, hi, how are you? And the answer goes, oh, thank you, very well, you. So this kind of thing, it's nice. It's called education and it's nice. And I used to make a fun, like, a few times I answered like, I'm really bad. I'm alive. I'm about to die. And people, oh yeah, good for you. So basically, this is not going for the dancing world. Just generally, I think people should be more honest, good or bad, doesn't matter. Just more honesty and more truth.
I see. So we need more openness and transparency. All right. We heard it right here. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take a second and thank our fabulous, legendary artist, Edita Gozzoli. Edita, it's been
Thank you, Alessandro. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for following us on the DanceSport. I want you to like and subscribe and hit that follow button for our coming episodes. My name is Alessandro Scalora, and we were live on Scalora DanceSport. Thank you.
Per ballare è un ritmo che fa così. Seconda cosa che ti serve per ballare è una musica che c'ha swing. A questo punto guarda i piedi, guarda il corpo cosa fa. Non lo riesci più a fermare.